สวัสดีครับ and welcome to your weekday summary of the day's most popular stories on the Bangkok Post. These are the top 3 most popular stories on March 22nd, 2022. The most popular story today is a feature article called On the Road Back to Normalcy. With the government planning to label COVID-19 endemic, the risk of new variants and lack of proper care is still a concern. After 2 years and 3 months of fighting COVID-19, the government has unveiled its plan to declare COVID-19 endemic by July and return to normal life. Public health measures will be gradually eased. The number of new cases should decline from late next month. Medical experts, however, have weighed in on the roadmap, expressing concern that the possibility of mutation will prolong the pandemic and therefore impact vulnerable people, including senior citizens and marginal groups. Chief of Thai Red Cross Emerging Infectious Disease Health Science Center said, "Given the pattern of the outbreak, an endemic status is possible because Omicron is highly contagious and the incubation period and disease don't last long." While the president of the Royal College of Physicians of Thailand said, "If the pandemic is prolonged, it will impact vulnerable populations. The majority of inpatients are now elderly people with underlying conditions because exposure to coronavirus makes them more vulnerable. Moreover, less than 1/3 of them have received booster shots." President of the Rural Doctors Society said, "The current stage of the coronavirus is unofficially endemic because people have already dropped their guard. At the same time, hospitals are mainly offering outpatient services under self-isolation service, but a large number of patients have no access to the public health system." The second most popular story is Patong Tan tipped as candidate for Prime Minister. Thaksin's youngest daughter is shaping up to be a key part of the Pheu Thai party's election bid. All eyes are on whether Patong Tan Chinawat, the youngest daughter of the fugitive ex-premier Thaksin Chinawat, will be named as the candidate for Prime Minister in the next general election, after she was put in charge of a campaign aimed at promoting unity in the Pheu Thai party. Miss Patong Tan, age 35, was named as the head of the Pheu Thai Family campaign and vowed to help the party win an overwhelming victory in the election and form a government. Last year, she was appointed the Pheu Thai party's chief advisor on participation and innovation during its General Assembly in Khon Kaen. The third most popular story is Songkran Boost for Seniors. The Ministry of Public Health is aiming to administer a third booster shot to 70% of the country's elderly population ahead of the Thai New Year holiday next month, as they face a greater risk of infection and death from coronavirus. The Department of Disease Control said COVID-19 infections and deaths sharply increased after last year's Songkran festival due to the limited vaccine rollout at the time. But the ministry won't be taking any chances this year and will speed up the rollout of booster shots for the elderly before the holiday exodus begins. Currently, about 10.5 million people aged over 60 have received their first shot of COVID vaccine, of which 10 million have received their second dose, and about 4.2 million people have received a booster shot. For former COVID-19 patients, they are recommended to get a vaccine 3 months after recovering from their infection. And that's all from us for now. Thanks for listening to the headlines of the Bangkok Post. Stay tuned for more. Be sure to keep up with all the latest news on bangkokpost.com website. I'm John from Bangkok Post online team. Until next time, have a good evening and see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.